Here's what Jesse Lee Soffer told us about directing Tracy Spiridakos and Jason Begg after Chicago PD revisited his return. With the end of the SAG at FTRA strike, TV can now begin airing the remaining episodes of the 23,224 TV season, but fans will still have to wait for new shows. This implies that as the 2023 TV schedule comes to an end, NBC will keep airing repeats of One Chicago on Wednesday nights. The most recent example of this was an episode of Chicago PD that featured former series regular Jesse Lee Soffer returning as a director. Back in March, Soffer discussed the episode with Cinema Blend, and watching the rerun reminded me of his remarks about directing Jason Begg and Tracy Spiridakos. Jesse Lee Soffer departed from PD Halstead following the third season 10 episode. His absence was short-lived, as he returned to his former haunts a few months later to helm Deadlocked, episode 16 of season 10. When a juror was compromised, the intelligence unit had to deal with a running clock and a complex legal situation. Soffer had a lot on his plate in his directorial debut, though he did admit that there were benefits to having played Halstead for so long. The actor-turned-director was asked about working with Tracy Spiridakos as Upton and Jason Begg as Voight, in particular for his final two major scenes as Halstead on PD. When I spoke with him in March, an overseer, Soffer disclosed, Soffer was all praise for his new approach to working with his former co-stars on Deadlocked. He continued by saying that he was especially looking forward to reuniting with the PD family when he returned to directing, adding that Jesse Lee Soffer wasn't simply absent from the Chicago PD set between his final day of filming and the first day of production on Deadlocked. He worked as a director's assistant on his former program and was present on set during the 200th episode's filming. The 200th episode of NBC was actually re-aired recently, which made me think again about the hilarious comments made by Marina Scorsese and Patrick John Fluger about Berserk. In the end, Soffer did not appear back in front of the camera as Jay Halstead in season 10, but he did say he could understand why fans would wonder if he would. Whether he shows up in season 11 is still up in the air, especially considering Tracy Spiridakos' impending departure. Even though season 10 ended with the good ship Upstead not exactly sailing smoothly, I'm sure I'm not the only one who would like to see Halstead reopen for Upton's farewell tour. Although details regarding One Chicago's television comeback remain scarce, it is anticipated that Chicago Fire, Chicago PD, and Chicago Med will aim for a 13-episode TV season that premieres in the first few months of 2019. However, as of right now, only CBS is available on the broadcast schedule for 2024 with a complete schedule of official dates.